This is a documentary on Ratoaths' historic win in the Meath Senior Championship 2019. Ratoaths GAA was formed in the 1880s by John Call and Bill Duffy. The GAA first started out at Ferryhouse Racecourse. At this time it was just a hurling club. The football section of the club was formed in 1956. The LGFA section was introduced in 1998. The last part of the club to be formed was the Camogie section, and that has only been established since 2004. The club colours is blue and yellow, and their biggest success to date is winning the Meath Senior Football Championship 2 years in a row. New management. Ratoaths senior football team attained a new management team for the 2019 season. Davy Byrne, who had previously coached Ratoaths junior team to victory in 2012, was approached to take on the challenge. Davy accepted the challenge and along with his management team led Ratoaths to victory. Davy has also had coaching experience at higher levels as he was goalkeeper coach for Stephen Cluxton under Jim Gavin for a number of years, and he brought his expertise to Ratoaths. Ratoaths' historic winning season began with a comfortable win over Longwood at Trim GAA on April 7th, 2019. The final score was Ratoaths 7-16 to Longwood 11 points, with a personal tally of 4-7 for Conal Ahern. A great way to start off the championship. Ratoaths' second group stage game proved more challenging than the first. A close first half with the half-time score Ratoaths 7 points to Ashburn 3 points. Ratoaths kept their lead throughout the whole game, but only narrowly as the score finished 11 points to 7. Ratoaths suffered their first defeat in round 3 of the group stages. Ratoaths took an early lead, and at half-time the score was Ratoaths 6 points, Summerhill 4 points. An end-to-end fight between Ratoaths and Summerhill finished with Summerhill edging the final lead with the full-time score 110 to 1-9. Ratoaths versus Manalvi was another end-to-end game. Ratoaths scored 2 early goals within the first 20 minutes, which led them to a half-time lead of 2-6 to 7 points. Both sides kept going, but points by Keith McCabe, Brian McMahon and Eamon Wallace helped lead Ratoaths to a win of 212 to 110. In the final game of the group stages, Ratoaths had a comfortable win over Rathkenny. Ratoaths took an early lead and led by 5 at half-time, but they continued to add scores and won the match 2-16 to 9 points. Ratoaths' determination helped them to a comfortable win over Skryne in the quarter-finals. A match that was dominated by Ratoaths the whole way through finished at Ratoaths 4-16 to Skryne 1-6. A superb win over Gael Columkill led Ratoaths to their first ever Meath Senior Football Championship final. Despite being behind for the entire first half, Ratoaths kept fighting and turned the 4-point deficit at half-time to a 7-point victory for Ratoaths. The day of the final came on October 27th, 2019. Emotions were running high around the village. Ratoaths had the worst possible start to the final after conceding a goal within the first 20 seconds. But this did not get to them. Ratoaths responded perfectly by scoring a penalty in the 3rd minute. 3 goals in the first half by Eamon Wallace, Conor Rooney and Dahi McGowan put Ratoaths at a great advantage. By half-time, Ratoaths were leading 3-7 to 1-6. Ratoaths kept pushing in the second half and added some beautiful points by Brian McMahon and Eamon Wallace. The final whistle blew and Ratoaths won the final 3-15 to 2-13. Ratoaths had now won their first ever senior football championship after only being promoted for the first time in 2015. Joey Wallace won man of the match for his amazing contribution to Ratoaths' attack and adding 3 points to the scoreboard himself. Ratoaths' historic win had a more sentimental impact on the village. A month previous to the final, Ratoaths lost a very significant member of their club. Ronan Cahill, known as Pep, was a member of the club from underage all the way up and sadly lost his life to cystic fibrosis in September 2019. Pep was not only a teammate to the team but also a best friend of some of the lads. The team dedicated this win to him. Ronan's mum Linda lifted the cup with Captain Kieran O'Farrick and the whole team visited Ronan's grave with the Keegan Cup before celebrating that evening.
Why did you decide to become the Ratoaths senior football manager from the 2019 season?
Well, the selection committee knocked to my house. I had the lads in 2012 when we won the junior championship, and the selection committee in the club knocked to my house. in December and asked me would I take the lads on in January for the year, and I said I would, on the condition that I can pick my own Ratoath management team, and we did. We had all Ratoath trainers and coaches and selectors and doctors. We had everybody from Ratoath, and we all won it together as a community.
Were the guys dedicated when you came on board, or did you have to change their attitude?
Great question. No, they were very dedicated, and all we had to do was to give the guys a little bit of direction and create an environment where they could excel as footballers. We changed the tactics slightly, and they became a very, very driven group of men, and it was player driven last year, which was fantastic.
Was there a certain stage in the competition that you felt like you were going to win it this year, like this was our year?
I think it was when the county footballers came back from the county hurling and football squads, and we had a full panel to train with, to select from, and the players were absolutely fantastic as a unit. We had anywhere upwards of 45 guys at any one training session, so there was great energy, and it was really enjoyable to be part of that.
What was the atmosphere like in the dressing room before the final?
Oh, it was there was some nerves, there was excitement, but the lads were in control. We kept to the same routine for every game, with our warm-up and with our team talk before the game. So we kept it as normal as we could, and that showed in the guys' performances.
What did it mean to you, the team and the club, to win the final?
It meant the world to the management team, first of all, to see the players develop into the men that they are today. It was really a proud moment for me to see what those group of players did for the club members and for the community in general.
Ratoath are now back-to-back champions after beating Gael Colmcille's in the final this year by 1 point. All seemed lost for Ratoath when they conceded a penalty 2 minutes into the 7 additional minutes and were now 3 points down. But a quick score by Brian McMahon gave Ratoath hope again. 8 minutes into the 7 additional minutes, Ratoath had one final chance and Joey Wallace bagged a goal. What a dramatic finish.